I'm tired. I don't want to go to work. I just don't have the energy. Anyone familiar with those three sentences? There's probably not anyone, past or present, who hasn't awakened in the morning and have said or asked those three things. It's either because there was low energy, bad mood, or high stress levels. And if you did decide to go to work that day, your job performance for that day probably went south. Well, at the age of 47, I have come to realize that exercising before going to work greatly increases and sets the tone for your day. It even helps me to sleep better at night. Well, today I'm going to briefly share with you three good and important reasons as to why you should consider exercising before going to work. Firstly, we'll talk about how exercise increases your energy. Secondly, we'll talk about how exercise helps improve your mood and reduces high stress levels. And thirdly, we'll talk about how exercise can help improve your job performance. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to start waking up feeling better each day. Let's begin by talking energy. According to Shrey Khanna, a fitness consultant at Squats, one of the ways in which exercise can increase your energy level is by giving you a metabolic rate boost. It's said that in the morning when you begin to exercise, crucial hormones such as testosterone are released. These hormones are basically, they help to build muscle mass and allows the body to burn more fat for the remainder of the day. Now, there's a brain chemical called endorphin, and also when you exercise, it's released. This chemical helps to reduce our perception of pain. Now, other areas in ways in which exercise increases our energy is in the arena of increasing our heart's pumping volume, reducing body fat, also lowering the fat in the blood cells, such as bad cholesterol, improving the body's regulation of its blood sugar, and improving its circulation. Now that we have a glimpse of energy and exercise, let's now move on to our next point of how exercise can help reduce stress level and improve our mood. There is a brain chemical called serotonin. Now, it decreases chronic depression by regulating mood, sleep, and appetite. And of course, it's released when you exercise. The immune system's chemicals that can make depression worse are also reduced when there is exercise. Other brain chemicals released during exercise, such as dopamine, adrenaline, endocannabinoids, are all associated with feeling happy, feeling confident, feeling capable, and feeling less stress. At this point, we have realized that exercising, particularly in the morning, can increase our energy, it can regulate our mood, and relieve stress. We're now finally ready to move to our last point, which is showing how exercising can improve our job performance. Alertness is something that's very important on the job. Now, when you exercise, there is an increase of blood flow to the brain, which in turn sharpens our awareness that makes us ready to tackle the next big job project that we may have. According to the American Council on Exercise, there's a protein in the brain called BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This protein is triggered by exercising, and it helps to boost our cognitive abilities. In other words, help us to think better on the job. Now, consider stamina on the job. Cardiovascular exercise gives you more stamina to meet physical demands on your job. Good cardiovascular health will help what? Reduce risk of becoming injured on the job. It allows you to meet the expectations required for the job. By now, you should be ready to exercise. We have briefly discussed how exercising before going to work can greatly increase your energy. It can regulate your mood and stress, and also it can help you perform better on the job. The question now, my friend, should not be whether or not you should exercise, but the question should be, when will I exercise? Thank you.